now, let's welcome 10 of the best, East and West, everyone a CFL hero. Ladies and gentlemen, your 1987 Schenley nominees. For Schenley, most outstanding rookie honors from the East, Toronto Argonaut running back Gil Finnerty. And from the West, Edmonton Eskimo cornerback Stanley Blair. This year's nominee for Schenley Most Outstanding Offensive Lineman Award, representing the East, Winnipeg's massive offensive tackle, Chris Walby. From the West, the all-star center of the Calgary Stampeders, Bob Polecat Poley. The Schenley nominees for Most Outstanding Defensive Player are, from the East, the Blue Bombers' rugged linebacker, James West. And from the West, BC Lions quarterback sack leader, defensive end Greg Stuman. For Schenley Most Outstanding Canadian Honors, representing the East, native Winnipegger and multiple Western All-Star, the Blue Bombers safety Scott Flagel. And bearing the standard for the West, BC Lions durable veteran safety Nelson Martin. And here are the nominees for Schenley Most Outstanding Player of 1987. From the East, perennial All-Star and 1975 Schenley Most Outstanding Rookie, that remarkable Winnipeg quarterback, Tom Clements. The Western nominee, another Schenley Outstanding Rookie in 1979, and one of the most amazing wide receivers ever to play in the CFL, the Eskimos' Brian Kelly. There they are, ladies and gentlemen, the best in the game, your 1987 Schenley nominees. And now, please welcome your hosts for this very special Schenley anniversary evening, Pierre Dufault and John Wells.
Bonsoir, mesdames, messieurs. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We have a most memorable evening in store for you. Bonsoir, John.
Bonsoir, Pierre. Merci. As many of you know, the Schenley Awards is always a gala affair. And this year, it's even more special because tonight is really a triple celebration.
Absolutely, John. Tonight we celebrate the 75th anniversary of the Grey Cup, a national event that grows more legendary with every passing year.
We celebrate the CFL and the heroes of the past, those giants of yesteryear, Schenley Award winners all, and people whose legacy lives on in the young men that we honor here tonight.
And we also celebrate the 35th anniversary of the Schenley Awards, a tradition of paying tribute to the premier players in the CFL, which stretches way back in 1953.
And one which will continue here tonight in Vancouver, where the Grey Cup takes center stage once more. So, shall we begin?
Of course, John, and we welcome the Schenley trustees who will be presenting tonight's awards. And to introduce these distinguished guests to you, please give a warm West Coast welcome to Vancouver's host trustee, Don Hudson.
Thank you, Pierre, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Schenley, I would like to welcome all of you to our anniversary party here tonight, the 35th Annual Schenley Awards presentation, and the 75th Grey Cup Anniversary Week. And now I'd like to introduce to you my fellow trustees. From Hamilton, Michael DeGroot. From Calgary, Graham O'Connor, who is here representing his father, Ed O'Connor. From Winnipeg, Jack McCaig. And from Vancouver, Trustee-elect Mrs. Wendy McDonald. Unfortunately, Trustee Bernard Lamar from Montreal and Trustee-elect Bill Mulholland from Toronto were unable to be with us tonight, and only at the last minute, Bill Daniel from Toronto seems to have got caught up in airline problems and did not arrive. On behalf of all the Schenley trustees and on behalf of everyone in Vancouver, I'd like to thank Schenley for this opportunity to share the excitement of their 35th presentation of these prestigious awards. Best of luck to the 1987 Grey Cup contenders on Sunday, and particularly tonight to our Schenley nominees. Now on with the presentation of the awards. Thank you.
Madame, Messieurs, Mrs. McDonald, gentlemen, thanks for being with us on this very special anniversary night. Now, here's a man who may or may not be celebrating an anniversary, but who is, nevertheless, quite special in his own right. Mr. Al McCann, he's the president of the Football Reporters of Canada. Please welcome our spokesperson for the 88 Schenley nominators from across Canada. Al?
Thank you very much, Pierre. It's a pleasure for me to bring greetings from the Football Reporters of Canada on this special anniversary evening. Pierre was alluding to anniversaries, and I was just thinking, this is my 25th consecutive Grey Cup, so it is an anniversary for me too, but much more important is the fact that it is the 75th Cup and the 35th year of the Schenley Awards, which is always an outstanding highlight of Grey Cup week. And over 31 years, the Football Reporters of Canada have been associated with the Schenley people from a voting standpoint, and it's been a marvelous association thanks to outstanding gentlemen like Don McNaughton and, of course, Hal Tingle and Eddie Mariner. And believe me, the delegates who do the voting take the responsibility very seriously. They're fully aware of the prestige involved in winning a coveted Schenley Award. I hearken back to 1953 when Billy Vessels won the first Schenley, and here we are in 1987, and it's marvelous to see that it's still continuing. I also would like to say that the Football Reporters of Canada, although you may not always think so by what you read and what you hear, are big boosters of the Canadian Football League. And we, to a man and woman, are hoping that the league bounces back stronger, bigger and better than ever after a year of very much adversity. If I may, I would like also, of course, to congratulate the very worthy nominees who are with us tonight and wish them all the best of luck on that final ballot. And also the best of luck to the competing teams, the Eskimos and the Argonauts. I think it's going to be a whale of a game on Sunday. I hope you all enjoy a great Grey Cup weekend. Thank you.
Well said, Alan. We're proud of you. When Al and his colleagues among the football reporters from across Canada have made their choices, the results are placed in trust, Montreal Trust to be precise. And tonight, representing that fine organization which supervises all the balloting for the Schenley Awards, we're pleased to welcome Kim Blackwell.
In these envelopes are the names of the 1987 award winners and Canada Savings bonds in the amount of $23,500 for presentation here this evening. It is my pleasure to verify that all ballots have been tabulated and that the results are the honest decision of those empowered to vote.
Thank you very much to Kim Blackwell from Montreal Trust.
And And we'll be right back with a celebration of rookie heroes past and present and the most outstanding rookie of 1987 when the excitement of the Schenley Awards continues after this.
Welcome back to the 1987 Schenley Awards with our hosts, John Wells and Pierre Dufault.
The Schenley Award for Outstanding Rookie was first instituted in 1972, and since that time, some of the most exciting players to grace the Canadian game have been Schenley Rookie winners. Let's celebrate the Schenley Rookies from 1972 to today.
And now our 1987 nominees for the Schenley Most Outstanding Rookie Award. Stanley Blair of the Edmonton Eskimos and Gil Fenerty of the Toronto Argonauts.
Eastern nominee Gil the Thrill Fenerty, the Argonauts' explosive young running back, led the CFL with 15 touchdowns overall, 12 of them rushing. Through the line, he was a juggernaut, racking up 879 yards and a 4.9-yard average. And as a receiver, Gil grabbed 53 passes for 456 yards and 3 touchdowns. Gil Fenerty, the 1987 Eastern Schenley nominee as Most Outstanding Rookie.
The Western nominee is cornerback Stanley Blair of the Edmonton Eskimos. Stanley has the ideal attributes of a cornerback, strength and speed, which turned into defensive brilliance in 1987. He snared 4 interceptions for 118 yards and a touchdown and delivered 57 tackles. That's a great season by any standard, but Stanley also added 2 blocked kicks for a tie in the CFL lead. Representing the West for Schenley Rookie honors, the Edmonton Eskimos, Stanley Blair. Please welcome our rookie nominees, Gil Fenerty and Stanley Blair.
Mesdames, Messieurs, les recrues par excellence dans la Ligue canadienne cette année, Gil Fenerty et Stanley Blair. All right, Gil, you were a great star in NCAA football. Did you expect to get that much success in your first year in the CFL?
No, my first year was more worried about making the team, and you know, this is all just bonus, and it's like a dream come true.
Did you enjoy it?
Well, some of it I enjoyed. I didn't enjoy any practices, but
nobody does.
Some of the games were fun.
15 touchdowns, that's a great start, Gil. Now, the Thrill, where is that from the United States, or is that a Canadian name that was given to you?
No, that was one of the reporters when I was in college gave that to me.
Listen, your team is in the Grey Cup. You're in line for a trophy. That's not a bad start, is that?
No, I'm not complaining.
Well, you look pretty happy. Good luck to you, Gil.
Thank you.
Okay, over to Stanley and John.
Stanley in the Grey Cup too, but what a season you had. 4 interceptions, 57 tackles. You obviously like things back there in the corner spot.
Sure, you know, it's a challenge anytime you get back there one-on-one with a receiver, and you know, I take it as a personal challenge, and with the help of my coaches and advice, you know, I'll be all right.
Stanley, Pine Bluff, Arkansas is hometown. How do you end up in Vancouver? How tough is it to get here from Pine Bluff?
Well, you know, I said my prayers, and, you know, I played as hard as I could.
We have to ask... We have to ask rookies what they do for an encore the next season.
Well, you know, I have a beautiful wife. She's sitting up here in the front. I spend time with her and my son, little Stanley.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
And now to announce the winner of the 1987 Schenley Outstanding Rookie Award and to present the accompanying Canada Savings Bond, Honorary Jack McCaig of Winnipeg.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's a great pleasure this evening to open this envelope and to announce the most outstanding rookie and the winner of the Schenley 1987 award, Gil Bennerdy.
I'd like to first of all thank the nominating committee, the people who nominated me and voted for me. I think you made a good choice. Next, there's about 7 or 8 big old guys. They look pretty good. Some of them are pretty ugly. The offensive line is other people I want to thank. I think they carried a rookie through this year, and this is a team honor, and well, this is great. We still have one more game to go, and thank you.
John, did you notice the faces of Leo Cahill and Bob Obulovich? They're pretty proud and happy. Okay, Gil Fenerty, Schenley Outstanding Rookie for 1987, and we'll be right back with more football heroes from Vancouver right after these messages.
Moments like these are the result of months of hard work and practice. As a professional athlete, I understand the value of Special Olympics programs for mentally handicapped people. These fitness, recreation, and sport training programs are designed to prepare mentally handicapped athletes for participation in regular community activities. Special Olympics programs deserve your support. Please contact your local chapter.
This message brought to you by the Canadian Football League.
No idea.
From Vancouver, your Schenley Award hosts, Pierre Dufault and John Wells.
Perhaps shaped by the Western matinees we watched as kids, our image of a hero is often the guy who wears the white hat, never gets dirty, never loses that hat, and always gets the girl, no matter how tough the going gets. Well, the heroes we're about to honor right now are the exact opposite of that stereotype. They do get dirty, they get bloody, they get beat up, they get tired, they get battered. But they never give up fighting. And without them, no one would ever win a game. Of course, I'm talking about the offensive linemen. And we've got 2 of the very best right here tonight, along with a visual tribute to 33 years of Schenley heroes from the CFL trenches. And these are the nominees for the 1987 Schenley Most Outstanding Offensive Lineman Award. Calgary Stampeder center Bob Poley. And from the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, Chris Walby.
Blue Bomber offensive tackle Chris Walby, number 63, is the Eastern nominee. An All-Canadian and Western All-Star, 6'7", 290 pounds, Chris Walby is a 7-year veteran whose superior mobility and strength make him an excellent pass protector. Eastern nominee for Schenley Most Outstanding Lineman honor, Chris Walby of the Winnipeg Blue Bombers.
The Western nominee, number 57, Bob Polecat Poley of the Calgary Stampeders. A 10-year pro, a CFL All-Star, and the Stampeders' most valuable player in 1986. Center Bob Poley is the 6'4", 260-pound anchor of Calgary's offensive line. Western nominee for the Schenley Most Outstanding Offensive Lineman Award. From Calgary, center Bob Poley.
Souhaitons la bienvenue aux joueurs en nomination pour le titre de meilleur joueur à l'attaque.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob Poley and Chris Walby.
How's the weather up there, Chris?
It's good, real fine.
Chris, every game I've seen you play, whether it's 40 above or 40 below, no sleeves. What's the matter? No sweater that fits you?
And that's part of the problem, but when you got defensive linemen in the league like we have this, these days, I just try and give them as a little to grab as possible.
Yeah. It scares them a little bit too. But he does. Chris, watching Tommy Clements, he looks in fine health. Is that because you take such good care of him?
Yeah, and besides, he's got a big spa arrangement. He's taking all these beauty aids, but yeah, Tom's, I think, a credit. He's helped us, and I'm sure he's one of the reasons I'm up here today. And the fact that he can move, and he's versatile, and he calls a good game, and he's a veteran of the game, and he's a superstar.
You going to be back next year, Chris?
I hope so.
So do we. Good luck to you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, John?
Bob Poley, unlike some of the unsung heroes we talked about with the white hats, you got the girl very early, didn't you?
Oh, you bet. My lovely wife is sitting right down there, and I did very well.
Was that when you were a hockey player or when you were a football player?
Well, I was a great hockey player. I was one of those, it was either NHL or CFL, but I chose CFL. I'm not greedy. I took a little less money.
Without talking too long about your football career, tell us about your finest season with the Regina Pats playing junior hockey.
Well, there's so many incidents. I had a great year with them. I saw the ice 3 times, but it was a good time. I got close to the guys, and a lot of guys played in the NHL, and it was a big thrill for me.
All right. Thank you very much. Good luck tonight.
Thank you,
Bob.
John.
C'est maintenant le moment de connaître le gagnant au titre de meilleur joueur de ligne à l'attaque. Time to announce the winner of the 1987 Schenley Outstanding Offensive Lineman Award and to present the award along with a $3,500 Canada Savings Bond, Mr. Michael G. DeGroot of Hamilton.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to present the 1987 Schenley Most Outstanding Offensive Lineman Award, and the award goes to Chris Walby.
Thank you very much. I'd like to thank God for this. He got me through some personal troubles during the year with my family and my children. I said I wasn't going to do this. I'd like to thank the Schenley people for the great time they're showing me and my wife, the Schenley Selection Committee, the Winnipeg Football Club, for letting me play there 7 years and not trying to throw me out. Tom for not getting me mad when I get him hit. I'd like to thank Bob Poley. I got to meet him in the All-Star dinner in Ottawa last year, and he's a class individual and a great ball player. And it's a pleasure for me to even be on the stage with him. I'd like to thank... Last but not least, I'd like to thank my lovely wife, Donna, and my 2 children who put up with my moods and sometimes my bull rushes when I come home. And I love you all very much, and thank you all very much.
Thank you, Chris. Ladies and gentlemen, the Most Outstanding Defensive Player Award, and much more when we return to the 1987 Schenley Awards.
From Vancouver, the 35th Anniversary Schenley Awards with hosts Pierre Dufault and John Wells.
The dictionary defines defense as resistance against attack, and I suppose that's okay as far as it goes. But there's a lot more power, poetry, and finesse to defense, especially in the CFL. There's the power of a defensive end who takes on a double team to reach a running back and stop him dead in his tracks. Now, there's the poetry of a safety leaping high into the air to make a game-saving interception. And then there's the finesse of a linebacker shedding blocks to sack a quarterback. Finesse, yeah. Well, power. That's defense, CFL style. And here's our salute to Schenley's defensive heroes, beginning with the inaugural winner, John Helton, and taking us right up to the '86 winner, James Quick Parker.
Nominated for the 1987 Schenley Defensive Honors, Greg Stuman of the BC Lions and James West of the Winnipeg Blue Bombers.
James West, number 58 of the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, is Schenley Eastern Defensive nominee. A 6-year CFL veteran, linebacker James West came to the Bombers from Calgary 4 years ago and strengthened an already tough defense. His '87 record of 75 tackles and 7 quarterback sacks speak for itself. Eastern Schenley nominee for Most Outstanding Defensive Player Award, James West of the Winnipeg Blue Bombers.
The Western nominee is number 45, Greg Stuman of the BC Lions. Filling the shoes of the injured 1986 Schenley Most Outstanding Defensive Player, James Quick Parker, Greg gave the Lions a league-leading 23 quarterback sacks to go along with 34 tackles. In just his first full season with the Lions, this 6-foot, 225-pound defensive end has fast become a dominant defensive force. Western nominee for Schenley Most Outstanding Defensive Award is BC's Greg Stuman. A warm Schenley welcome to our nominee.
James West et Greg Stuman, les finalistes au titre de meilleur joueur en défense. Come on, James. Let's go. Don't keep me waiting. James, there was a study made in California a few years back, and it said that of all the football players, the position that produced the more killers was the one at linebacking. Is that true?
I don't know. I haven't been convicted yet.
But there's a lot of proof against you. You like a hard-hitting game, don't you?
Yes, I have no friends on the field. I mean, I'm going to try to hit somebody as hard as I can, but not to injure anybody, but I try my best to hit somebody as hard as I can.
Is it still fun to play the game, or is it a job?
It's more so fun than it is everything. I really enjoy playing the game, and I think I show by my enthusiasm.
Sometimes you look like Fred Astaire there. You're dancing and doing all these crazy things. It is fun, isn't it?
Yes, this is my favorite man to dance on. We call ourselves Dance, Fred Astaire, Devil Fighter, myself, Tyrone Jones. We call our dances Fred Astaire. We try to get that quick.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So you're having fun in this league, and you're having fun tonight. This is a great honor, isn't it?
Oh, yes. It kind of savages not playing in a Grey Cup game. I'd like to give our compliments to Toronto Argonaut State. Played us real well and did an excellent job, and I'd like to wish them the best of luck against the Evans Smoke.
Well, thank you, James. Thank you very much. Okay, Greg and John, over to you.
Greg, last year, James Quick Parker stood here. This is sort of a territory for the BC Lions, and in that particular position, isn't it?
Well, that's what a lot of people seem to think, but, you know, Quick was a big help to me, and I just tried to do all that I could do to be here tonight, and fortunately I am.
Now, the CFL stats this year show 23 quarterback sacks. By your actual count, were there more?
I think I had a couple of halves that would equal out to about 26.
We'll mark it down as 26. You played a little running back in high school, and you changed to the defensive side of the ball. Why did you do that?
Probably because I didn't want to be getting hit. I wanted to do the hitting instead of receiving it. And, you know, the type person I am, I think I would fit in better on the defensive side of the ball.
You certainly did this year. Congratulations on the season. Good luck here tonight.
Thank you.
And the winner of the 1987 Schenley Outstanding Defensive Player Award will be announced by Graham O'Connor from Calgary.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 1987 Schenley Most Outstanding Defensive Player and the winner of a $3,500 Canada Savings Bond is Greg Stuman.
Thank you. This has been a very unpredictable season this year for the CFL, both on the field and off. And whenever I think back 6 months ago, I would have never predicted that I would be here tonight receiving this award from Schenley. I would like to thank Schenley and whoever else is responsible for recognizing the talent throughout the CFL and for making me the recipient of this elite award. I would also like to thank Schenley for making this a week that I will always remember, especially tonight. Next, I would like to thank some of the people that I feel like helped make this season a success for me. First, I would like to thank Rocky Long, who suggested that I be moved to the rush-in position from linebacker. Next, I would like to thank Larry Donovan for being patient with me and for helping me to fully understand the responsibilities of a rush-in. I also would like to thank James Quick Parker for being there for me during training camp with the pointers and advice that he gave me. And last but definitely not least, I would like to thank the other 11 guys on the BC Lions defense for working as hard as we did and making this possible for me tonight. Thank you.
We'll be back with the Miss Grey Cup contestants and a special Schenley presentation right after this.
The 1987 Schenley Awards from Vancouver.
Tradition, it's wonderful, isn't it? Well, here we are celebrating 35 traditional pack years of Schenley Awards and 75 tradition-rich Grey Cup years. And here's one other tradition I know you'll enjoy as much as we do. Our annual opportunity to meet the contestants for Miss Grey Cup.
Yes, indeed, Pierre. And it is indeed our pleasure to introduce the 1987 Miss Grey Cup contestants to you.
And here they are, beginning with Miss Ottawa Rough Riders. Miss Ottawa Rough Rider is Cindy Lee Van Buskirk, a third-year Carleton University student who may well add a second degree in physical education or nutrition to the arts degree she's working on now.
Miss Saskatchewan Rough Rider. Sonia Gerard is aiming at a career as an elementary school teacher. She's currently completing her final year toward a bachelor degree in French immersion education.
Tiger Cat is Christy Clue. Christy is in her first year at Brock University with the objective of becoming a doctor of sports medicine. A lifeguard in the summertime and a part-time toy store clerk, Christy is an avid jogger and does an aerobics program twice daily.
Miss Calgary Stampeder, Michelle McKevitt, is in her second year at Mount Royal College. Michelle is also aiming toward a degree in sports medicine. A lifeguard and swimming instructor, Michelle has also found time to travel extensively in Canada.
Callie Lynn Campbell, Miss Winnipeg Blue Bomber, holds a degree from the University of Manitoba in physical education and plans to finish a second degree in music. An accomplished musician on many instruments, Callie Lynn is also a gold medal figure skater and a figure skating coach.
Miss BC Lion is Laura May Laird. With her sights firmly set on becoming a pediatrician, Laura is in her third year of science at Simon Fraser. In 1984-85, Laura was crowned Miss Pacific National Exhibition.
Miss Toronto Argonaut is Allison Lee Adams, a second-year student in media arts at Sheridan College. Allison Lee is planning a career in television broadcasting. Her part-time experience as a hostess, spokesmodel, and dancer have given her an enthusiasm for meeting the public.
And last but far from least, we have Miss Edmonton Eskimo, Michelle Irene Ney. In her second year at the University of Alberta Faculty of Rehabilitation Medicine, Michelle is preparing for a career in sports medicine. An award winner for her combined community, sports, academic, and cultural participation, Michelle is also a figure skating professional. Ladies and gentlemen, the 1987 Miss Grey Cup contestants. And may I point out that all the proceeds from Miss Grey Cup this year will be going to a very worthy cause, the United Way of Greater Vancouver. Thank you very much, ladies.
Ladies and gentlemen, the CFL would not have enjoyed its tremendous success through the years were it not for the great Canadian players who have given us so many heroic memories. Who can forget the image of Russ Jackson robbing pack to pass, then changing up on the defense and sprinting for a key first down? Or Montreal's Terry Evanson turning a defensive back inside out and then leaping hard, and it would seem possible, physically anyway, to snare a touchdown pass? Or Halton's Paul Bennett settling under a kick, then darting like a water bug for daylight and a romp towards the end zone. Yes, there are many such stirring images, and here are some more as we pay homage to 34 years of Schenley winning Canadian heroes.
the 1987 nominees for Schenley Most Outstanding Canadian Honors are Nelson Martin of the BC Lions and Scott Flagel of the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. Bring on the safeties.
Safety Scott Flagel, number 14 of the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, is Schenley's Eastern Canadian nominee. An All-Canadian and All-Western All-Star, this 6-year Bomber veteran chalked up some very impressive 1987 numbers. 5 interceptions, 3 fumble returns, 41 tackles, 2 block kicks, and 3 punt returns. A native Winnipegger, Scott's all-around athletic ability also finds outline on the Bombers' off-season hockey, basketball, volleyball, and broomball teams. Eastern nominee for Schenley's Most Outstanding Canadian Award, Scott Flagel of the Winnipeg Blue Bombers.
Number 4, Nelson Martin of the BC Lions, is the Western nominee for the Schenley Most Outstanding Canadian in '87. In the year of the safety, this 7-year pro out of Simon Fraser University made 5 interceptions, returning 2 for touchdowns, 3 fumble recoveries, 41 tackles, and found time to block a couple of kicks as well. A career season for some, but nothing out of the ordinary for this gifted athlete. Western nominee, '87 Schenley Outstanding Canadian Award, BC's Nelson Martin. And here they are, ladies and gentlemen, our Schenley Canadian nominees.
Et finaliste au titre de meilleur joueur canadien au Canada. Scott, good to have you.
Thank you.
Scott, how important is it, because you're a native Winnipegger, playing for a team, your hometown? How do you feel on the field?
It's really nice. It's special. There's not too many players that can get a chance to play at their hometown. I think it's something it's really nice, and it helps you play better. For me, it does anyway.
Yeah. This was a great team this year. Unfortunately, things happened last Sunday, but you play on special teams. You play as a defensive back. You do pretty well everything. Did you ever consider playing on offense?
They started
in college?
On offense. In college and when I first came to the Bombers, but didn't have good enough hands, I guess, so over the defense.
What were you, a receiver?
Yeah, as a slot back.
You played in Arizona. How many years did you spend there?
2 years. It was a quick 2 and then back up to the Bombers.
Okay. Scott, I'm tempted to ask you who's going to win on Sunday. Well, I'm going to ask you. Now that I've started this, I'm going to finish it. Who's going to win on Sunday?
Well, the way Toronto played against us, if they play that way, I think they have a good chance of winning.
Yeah.
So, but Edmonton also a good team, and they beat us a couple times too.
Should be a good matchup, right?
I'll just hedge my bet and say it's a toss-up.
Okay, Scott, best of luck to you in this thing anyway.
Thank you.
John?
Nelson Martin, we better put you on the spot, too, and find out how you can hedge your way out of picking a winner on Sunday.
Well, I'm from Toronto.
Okay, there's one.
I just finished getting thrashed by the Eskimos.
Okay, now how do we figure this out?
It's going to be a good game.
Yeah. 7 years in the league, no doubt this was your best. It must be a great feeling in spite of what happened last Sunday.
Yeah, it's good, especially the way our team rallied. We were in a little bit of adversity this year, and the fellas, the coaches, everybody came together. It was a good feeling. The camaraderie is something I'll miss.
The quarterback in college turns into a safety in the CFL. Did you ever want to play on the offensive side of the ball?
Well, contrary to J.P. McConnell's belief, I always believed I had good hands.
How good are they?
He says I got a transplant. Yeah, I feel I'm a receiver at heart, but I'm a defensive back now. I'm proud of it.
And there are rumors that this might be the last year, 1987, for you in Canadian football.
No, there's a good chance. I'm getting older. My competition is younger, stronger, faster, making less money.
Maybe that's the point. Good luck, Nelson. Thank you.
Must have been funny, pretty funny, Nelson, because Joe Zuger managed to smile a little bit. That's hard to get from him. And now to make the presentation to the Schenley Outstanding Canadian of 1987, Mrs. Wendy McDonald of Vancouver.
It gives me great pleasure, ladies and gentlemen, to open this envelope and to give you the 1987 Most Outstanding Canadian. Wonder who it is? Scott played it. But it's wonderful for Toronto.
It is. Thank you very much. Nelson just said to me there are no losers, and I think that's true in the case where Nelson and myself been in the league almost the same amount of years, and I really respect the man, so this is nice for me, but Nelson, you deserve it too. I'd like to thank some other people too, but there's so many. I'll just, mention the teammates, of course, because you can't do it without them. It's a team award, and an individual gets it, but it really means something when you're on a team like Winnipeg. I'd like to thank Lorna, the lady I've been with for 5 years. It's really special to have her here and share this with me, so it's just an overall nice feeling. Thanks to Schenley's and the nominators who voted for me. Thank you.
And now, Pierre, we have a very special presentation, or should I say, a double presentation.
That's right, John. And here to begin the festivities is Mr. Paul Niedermeyer, President and Chief Executive Officer of Schenley, Canada. Ladies and gentlemen, a warm West Coast welcome, if you please.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. This year is a very special occasion for the Schenley Awards. First, as you have heard, it is the 35th anniversary of our association with the CFL. During these 35 years, we have honored 127 outstanding football players in Canada. In addition to honoring the players this evening, Schenley would like to honor one of its own. We wish to take this opportunity to give special recognition to an old friend and faithful employee of Schenley, Mr. Hal Tingle. Hal served as the Schenley Awards coordinator for 21 years, and we would like to recognize Hal's achievements and contributions first with a presentation of this beautiful Ken Danby print, which was commissioned by the CFL to commemorate the 75th Grey Cup anniversary, and second, by making a special presentation to the BC Special Olympics in a few moments in Hal's name. Late this afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, we received a telegram which I would like to read to you. It is addressed to Don McNaughton, Schenley Canada Inc. On behalf of the Government of Canada, I'm delighted to extend my warmest greetings and sincerest best wishes to all those gathered here this evening to commemorate the 35th annual presentation of the Schenley Awards. This gala event presents an opportunity to acknowledge outstanding contributors to the Canadian Football League, and I'm pleased to join with you in tribute to two individuals who have worked for over 20 years behind the scenes promoting the Schenley Awards, Hal and Sheila Tingle. Their devotion has added much meaning to the Schenley Awards, and I'm pleased that you have chosen to honor them in this manner. I join with you in wishing Hal and Sheila all the best in their retirement. I also wish to convey my warmest congratulations to the Eastern and Western Conference candidates for the Schenley Awards, the Right Honourable Brian Mulroney. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Hal Tingle.
Thank you very much, Paul. Isn't that something, eh? It is a great honor for me to be recognized in this way tonight. And as Mr. Niedermeyer said, I was coordinator of these awards for 21 years. And of these 21 years, 15 have been spent on my crutches, or what I fondly call my sticks. I could not have carried on without the support of my wife Sheila, Schenley, the sports media, and football executives across the country. So I have a little idea of what being handicapped means. You are making all the pain, the frustration, the humiliation over the years worthwhile by this presentation in my name this evening to the BC Special Olympics. And finally, I'd like to thank you for this lovely print. It will serve as a constant reminder of my many years of working with the Schenley Awards, the CFL, and the many Grey Cup committees across the country. Thank you all very much.
Hal, I would like you to join me in making this presentation from Schenley in your name to the BC Special Olympics. Ladies and gentlemen, this year is the first year that Schenley Awards presentation has been conducted in support of a charity, the recipient being the BC Special Olympics. I would like to ask Mr. Lorne Riding, President of the BC Special Olympics, and the gold medalist in the 1986 Special Olympics, Steve Seminac, to join us at the podium. Gentlemen, it is an honor for us to present you with a check for $15,000 and thank you and your staff for your help in the presentation of this year's event. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Excuse me. On behalf of my friend here, who is one of our own most outstanding athletes, we sincerely thank the Schenley people for this contribution, and we hope that they have another 35 years of such thoughts in their minds. Thank you very much.
Our thanks, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Lorne Riding, and Olympian Steve Seminac, and of course to Hal Tingle, Mr. Schenley. And now please welcome the CFL Commissioner, Doug Mitchell.
Thank you very much, John. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Canadian Football League, I would like to welcome you here tonight and express our appreciation for 75 years of support, because we are what the fans of Canada are, and we're having 75 years of Grey Cup because of the millions of fans who have supported us over a great number of years. I also would like to thank the Schenley Corporation for their tremendous support. 35 years of a commitment from Schenley's in a day and age when marketing changes are made by corporations almost overnight. To be able to have an association and a commitment from Schenley to honor our outstanding players over such a period of time, I think has just been superb. To all of the nominees, to all of the award winners, to all of the players in the Canadian Football League, our heartfelt congratulations for your success, because your success is what we are. You bring great identity and recognition to the Canadian Football League, and we sincerely thank you.
On the gala occasion of the 75th anniversary of the Grey Cup and the 35th anniversary of the Schenley Awards, we thank you for your remarks this evening, Mr. Commissioner.
In our audience tonight, we have some very special people. Please welcome the head coaches of the competing Grey Cup teams. First of all, Coach Bob Obilovich and his Toronto Argonauts. Everybody stand up. And Joe Faragelli and the Edmonton Eskimos. A warm Schenley welcome to you all, and bon chance.
We'll be back with more heroes of the game and the Schenley Most Outstanding Player in 1987 right after these messages. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the 35th anniversary Schenley Awards from beautiful Vancouver, British Columbia. And we're rapidly approaching that magic moment when we'll all find out who is the most outstanding CFL player of 1987. But first, let us take a moment to relive the heroism of a group of Schenley Most Outstanding Award winners from the past 35 years. Remarkable players whose feats will live forever in memory and who will be joined tonight by the best in the CFL for 1987.
And the 1987 Schenley Most Outstanding Player nominees from the Edmonton Eskimos, wide receiver Brian Kelly, and from the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, quarterback Tom Clements. They're getting better with age.
Blue Bomber quarterback Tom Clements is the Eastern nominee for Schenley's Most Outstanding Player honors. A 12-year CFL veteran, the Schenley Rookie of the Year in 1975 with Ottawa, and Most Outstanding Player finalist in 1981. Tom Clements quarterbacked the Bombers to first place in the East with a CFL leading 4,686 yards passing and 35 touchdowns. His passing totals put Tom into second place on the CFL all-time list behind Hall of Famer Ron Lancaster. And his career passing average of 60.3% is second only to Tom Wilkinson's 60.6. The Eastern Division's Most Outstanding Player, your Schenley nominee, as the most outstanding in the league, Tom Clements of the Winnipeg Blue Bombers.
Nominated in the West for Schenley Most Outstanding Player, the Eskimos' Brian Kelly. In his 9th season with the Eskimos, number 70 had a brilliant year, leading the league with 58 catches for 1,626 yards and 13 touchdowns. This year, Brian became the first CFLer to surpass 11,000 yards receiving, and his record of 97 receiving touchdowns is bound to stand for a long, long time. The 1979 Schenley Rookie of the Edmonton Eskimos, the great receiver Brian Kelly, and he is the Western nominee for the Schenley Most Outstanding Player in 1987. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the 1987 Schenley nominees for Outstanding Player.
Et finaliste au titre de joueur le plus remarquable au Canada en 1987. Hi, Tommy.
Hello, Pierre.
Tom, you're a Heisman Trophy candidate. You won the Grey Cup in 1976. Now this. It's been a good career for you.
Oh, it has. I have no complaints. My association with the CFL has been great, and I hope to have a few more years at it.
Okay, the longevity of a football player, they say, is somewhere between 3 and 4 years. You've lasted 12 years. Now, tell us, are you going to be back next year?
I think so. I signed a contract prior to this year for 2 years, and I said at that time that I intended to play out the contract, and as long as I stay relatively healthy and the team's doing well and I still enjoy it, I'd like to continue to play.
Okay, 1975, when you first came in with Condridge, you were sprinting quite a bit, weren't you, Tommy? And then suddenly you stopped doing that. But the odd time, you still do it. You 2 touchdowns this year on quarterback, not sneaks, but bootlegs. You still enjoy running? Or is it the coach that tells you not to?
No. No, the coach doesn't have to tell me. I realized long ago that if I'm going to run, I head towards the sidelines and get out of bounds. Yeah. And if we want to run the ball, I just give it to Willard and let him run behind Chris. That's not my job.
Tom Clements, this would indeed be a great honor, and we wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
John and Brian Kelly.
Brian, what do you remember about standing up at a podium like this in your first Schenley Award nomination as a rookie, back when you looked like Howdy Doody?
Thanks, John. That first year I was so nervous. I don't even remember what I said, but I was very nervous, I know that.
Many, many Grey Cup appearances, all those all-star performances as well. What does 1987 mean to you as a year in your history in Canadian football?
Well, it's a year that I've truly enjoyed. I've enjoyed playing with the players that are on the Eskimos this year. It's been a year that the CFL has seen a lot of ups and downs, and I've enjoyed being with an organization, hopefully one of the players. It's been one of the brighter spots, and hopefully for the future in the league.
We know that your young son Ryan, who's about 6 or 7 now, is a great football fan and an up-and-coming receiver. Does he have your blazing speed, Brian?
Well, he's about the only guy, though it's getting close, that I can still beat.
You mentioned in the hallway coming in that there were a lot of cornerbacks new to the league that hadn't learned any tricks yet.
No.
Didn't you say that?
John, you're telling my secrets.
All right. Good luck tonight, Brian.
Thank you very much.
Nice to have you here.
The Schenley Award to the Most Outstanding Player is traditionally awarded by the chairman of Schenley Canada. Ladies and gentlemen, mesdames, messieurs, de la compagnie Schenley du Canada, Mr. Don McNaughton.
Thank you, fellow football fans, on this special anniversary evening. For 35 years, Schenley has been proud to support CFL's finest players, and tonight is no exception. So here's the moment we've all been waiting for. The most outstanding player in the CFL for the 1987 season and the winner of the 1987 Schenley Awards. Le joueur le plus efficace au Canada pour 1987 et le gagnant de la Trophée Schenley. And the winner is Tom Clement.
Well, first of all, I'd like to congratulate all the nominees tonight. I think I can speak for everyone when I say that we've all enjoyed the week, and I'd also like to congratulate Brian Kelly. He's had a great year. I've had the good fortune to be at this microphone 3 times with Schenley, and it's a great experience, and I just have to thank them. I think they do a great service for the league. It started at my rookie year in 1975. I felt that way. I still feel that way. I think our association with Schenley is nothing but positive for the league, and I would like to thank them from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate this award. I'd also like to thank my teammates. As Scott mentioned, when you receive an individual award in a team-oriented sport, you basically have to rely a lot on your teammates, and that's certainly been the case this year with me. I know I've had my better years when I've played on good teams, and that's what's happened here in Winnipeg. The one individual I'd like to recognize is my wife, Kathy. She's helped me tremendously throughout my career. Thank you very much.
Congratulations to all the 35th anniversary Schenley winners. Good luck to the Argonauts and Eskimos on Sunday. That will be the 75th, John. And our thanks to Schenley for making this evening possible. But it's always a great evening with Schenley.
Our thanks to Schenley for 35 wonderful years, and to the football players who have joined us on this stage tonight, making this anniversary celebration a little bit more special. And thank you all for attending. So long from Vancouver tonight.
Thank you, John. Merci, mesdames, messieurs. Good evening to all.
Cry out for. It's the soul that struggles in search for more, and one who lives in risk because destiny would have no other way.